Today we are revisiting what we think is one of Omega's best releases from 2021. We're a little late to the party, but I feel it's worth taking another look at this super fun model, the Omega Chronoscope. Starting off with the specs, we have a 43mm case diameter. This may seem large on paper, but the 12.8mm thickness does a good job of keeping a slim profile under a cuff. The lug-to-lug measurements are around 49mm, making this a deceptively wearable watch for smaller wrists. Moving on to the dial and bezel, you'll find three distinctive timing scales. On the bezel, you have the tachymeter, which is surrounded by a pulsometric scale and then a telemetric scale on the dial. This combination is what's known as a snail dial, and these were used in the 1940s to serve a multitude of different functions. We also have some very handsome applied Arabic numerals underneath the leaf-styled hands. For the chronograph function, you will find a dual register design that tracks hours, minutes, and seconds. These registers are delicately sunken into the dial and contain a lovely circular pattern that adds some much needed contrast to the dial. Around the outer portion of the dial, we have a stepped chapter ring, which again adds some depth. All of this sits below a heavily domed sapphire crystal that looks just like a vintage plexi crystal. Powering this watch, we have the Omega Caliber 9908, which is an extremely handsome manual wind caliber that can be seen through its display case back. The Caliber 9908 provides 60 hours of power reserve and beats away at 4 Hz. This modern chronograph caliber can even withstand up to 15,000 Gauss of magnetism, just in case you're planning on taking this watch for your next MRI. One of the big things that we have to touch on with this newly updated Omega is not the dial, not the case, but actually the beautiful new bracelet. This updated tapered bracelet easily wraps around any size wrists and has a pivoting end link so the watch can wear true to its nominal case size. On the back side, we have an updated clasp that contains a micro adjustment so that you can get the perfect fit for your watch. I personally think that the new clasp adds a little bit of vintage charm to a modern watch. Allow me to show you how it looks on my 6.5-inch wrist. As you can see, the lug-to-lug measurements at 48.7mm really helps this watch maintain a wearable size for a variety of wrist sizes. Normally I wouldn't approach a watch with these numbers, but as you can see, it just proves the point. You have to try it on to know. You'll also notice that the watch sits nice and close to the wrist, easily sliding under any kind of jacket cuff. I definitely wouldn't call this necessarily a dress watch, but it certainly could be dressed up or down to match just about any occasion, making it a nice versatile option for a collection. For the MSRP price of $8,650 US, I feel that Omega is delivering one of the best chronographs in the sub $10,000 price range. Think about it, you're getting an in-house manual wind chronograph with all of the pedigree that Omega has to offer. Overall, the new Chronoscope checks all the right boxes for someone looking for a unique chronograph that is a little bit off the beaten path. As always, this watch is available here at our watch salon in Boston. We are an authorized Omega retailer, so make sure to check out our website and a link in the description below to see our entire inventory of Omega watches and all the other brands that we proudly carry. Well, that's just about a wrap on the Omega Chronoscope, but we'd love to know what you think about this watch. Obviously, there are so many different variations on the Speedmaster, but we all here at the shop feel this is one of the coolest ones, and we'd love to know what you think as well. And do us a favor and hit subscribe while you're at it. My name is Jack Tyler, and again, thanks for spending a little time with us here today.